Definition of warrants. Warrants is a financial instrument that give the holder the right but not the obligation to buy a company share at a fixed price within a specific period of time. Warrants can be valuable to investors because they provide an opportunity to benefit from potential increases in the company's share price without immediately buying the share. If the market price is higher than the exercise price, investor can use the warrant to buy share at a cheaper cost and make a profit. But if the market price is lower, they can choose not to exercise the warrant, avoiding any loss or obligation. For this reason, warrants are seen as flexible and high-risk tools that lets investors benefit from a company's future performance with only a small amount of initial money.
For the key characteristics of warrants, first, a warrant gives the holder the right but not the obligation to buy the company's shares at fixed exercise price. This means investors can choose whether or not to buy the shares depending on the market price. Warrants also have a lower initial cost compared to buying shares. This means them an affordable way for investors to gain exposure to the company's stock. Lastly, warrants usually have a longer maturity period. They can last for several years, which is much longer than typical options.
Next, what you get in return after investing in warrants. Number 1, a right but it's not an obligation to buy company shares in the future at a fixed exercise price. It means it gives the option to buy shares later at a set price, but you are not required to. Second, potential profit if the market price rises above the exercise price. You can buy at a lower price and sell at the higher market price to make a profit. Third, lower cost than buying shares directly, and it gives higher potential return. It means require less money upfront, so that gains can be larger compared buying shares outright.
Warrants are widely viewed as a speculative instrument because of the way they behave in the market. One of the main reasons is their high leverage. With leverage, even a very small change in the mother's share price can lead to a much larger movement in the warrant's price. Another reason is the short-term expiry dates that all warrants come with. Unlike ordinary share, warrants have a fixed lifespan. If the price of the underlying share does not move in the expected direction within the limited time available, the warrant can also lose all its value upon expired. On top of that, warrants suffer from the time decay, meaning their value decreases as they approach their expiry date. Even if the mother price share stays exactly the same, this puts long-term holders at a disadvantage because simply holding the warrants over time results in a gradual loss of value. Warrants are considered instruments for risk taker because they carry high risk, high return characteristics. Their prices are highly volatile and can fluctuate sharply within short periods, making them suitable only for investors who can tolerate sudden and unpredictable movement. Another reason is the warrant offer leverage, meaning a relatively small investment can control a much larger position in the underlying asset. In addition, warrants comes with a fixed expiry date. If the underlying asset's price does not move in the expected direction before the expiry, the warrant may lose its value entirely.
For intangible elements, which means cannot be touched but affect the value. The first one is premium. Know how expensive the warrant is relative to underlying share. And the second one is leverage. Warrants provide exposures at a fraction of the cost. Next is time value, its expiry date. Warrants have lifespans, which is 1 to 5 years, and it only affects pricing and not the physical object. And the last one is right to buy shares. A warrants give you a right which is not physical.
In conclusion, financial instruments known as warrants provide investors the right to purchase shares at a specific price within a certain time frame. They offer high potential returns because of leverage and lower upfront costs, but they also come with high risks such as fluctuation, expiry, and possible loss of value. Risk takers and short-term investors who are aware of price fluctuations and speculation are better suited for warrants. Overall, warrants can be an useful instrument for profit opportunities, but they must be handled carefully due to their speculative nature.